Oof. The smell of a 20-year-old doll really hit me hard there. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do something like a little bit different. This is the 40th anniversary Ken doll. I've had him for a while. When I got mine, so this is not uncommon for if you have these dolls from like the 90s, a lot of the rubber bands they used to hold in the doll have kind of come loose. So he has like these accessories and stuff that are just kind of like loose in the box. One of them is, I believe, one of his shoes. So it's something I've been meaning to deal with for a while. So I'm actually gonna unbox him. I know that a lot of people have a lot of feelings about like keeping vintage dolls in the box. These kinds of dolls that they made in like the 90s and early 2000s, they're not super rare. Like I think I got him on eBay for like less than $30, to be honest. So I don't really feel that bad about unboxing him. Also, I really liked this particular Ken doll because he looks a lot older. Like he was the 40th anniversary Ken, so I kind of feel like they were intending to make him look like he was 40 years old, which is a lot more mature than we usually see Ken. So I thought that was kind of interesting. He also looks kind of like a famous actor from like the 90s. I can't think of what actor he reminds me of, but he reminds me of somebody. There is a back portion to this box. 40th anniversary Ken, and then there was a Barbie that went with him. I believe these dolls were also done, kind of like they do with the holiday Barbies now. I believe they were done in a variation of skin tones, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have the Barbie. I don't have any of the other variants. I just have this one Ken. I believe he's like the most common of them. He's not super sought after, which is why I was able to get him for so cheap. Mine's not in like perfect condition. So I'm sure if he was like in perfect condition and like there wasn't all the you know, things falling out and everything, he might be worth a little bit more, but I remember getting a good deal on him. These Barbies, a lot of times they have like tape. This was back when they used to like tape them shut to like ensure that they never be opened or whatever, I guess. But we're gonna get that off real quick. I don't hate the way he was displayed in the box. I just don't like that everything's like floating around. Like it just looks kind of messy. By the way, I think you could stick that tape back on really easily if you wanted to take it off and then tape it back in. Yeah, he smells old. 61. If this is 40 years, this would have been 2001. Yeah, so this doll's about 22 years old now. Yeah, smells it. All right, so the things that are floating around in here, this is so he came with a miniature version of the original Ken doll. You can see these are the rubber bands that were holding it in. They've completely deteriorated. This happens a lot if you have like Barbies from the 90s. A lot of times they used to like hold everything in with rubber bands. And like, I guess they just didn't consider that like those would not last more than like a couple decades. I'm not sure. Ew, it smells horrible. The smell of a deteriorating rubber band from the 90s is not great. But this is really cute. This little accessory he comes with, I really like that. That was part of what I liked about this doll originally, was that he comes with a little miniature version of Ken. That's really cool. I don't usually do a lot of like doll photography and stuff like that, but I feel like there's a lot you could do with this specific accessory. Oof. The smell of a 20-year-old doll really hit me hard there. Oh, he's got a 2-year limited warranty. Very nice. We'll definitely get some use out of that. He does come with a doll stand. I actually didn't think he was going to. I don't know why. I feel like these kinds of dolls, they did typically come with doll stands, so that shouldn't be surprising to me. I was thinking about reboxing him because I think the box is really pretty, but to be completely honest, I really wanted to take this doll out and kind of mess with him a little bit because there's things I really like about this doll and there's other things that I'm kind of like, eh. His face is a little sticky. A little sticky. Yeah, not my favorite. Okay, he doesn't actually have pockets. His hand was just sewn onto his pants for some reason. This is very much one of those dolls that they like didn't expect anyone to ever take out of box also. Like I can tell by the way that he was boxed up. This was during that era where like everybody thought their like 90s and early 2000s Barbies were gonna be like super valuable and like they're not. So part of the difficulty with keeping these kinds of dolls in the box is that the rubber bands that they use to hold them in, they do deteriorate, and with him, you can see that the rubber band has actually melded into his jacket. I don't know if I can fix that, honestly. That might just be permanently damaged. That's so disappointing. I was actually really excited about this suit, the actual suit, because it's kind of like such a quintessential like 90s suit with like the cummerbund and everything. He actually is articulated. Now, hold on now. I was considering taking his head off and putting it on a made to move body, But now I'm kind of like, I don't think I have to. I think he's fully articulated. Look at this outfit, like work. Oh, this is giving me like high school prom vibes. This is so 90s, like early 2000s, 90s vibes with the like baggy like slacks. Oh my God, no. Oh, it does have a metal snap for the pants. Okay, work. Oh, his pants do also have like the little like tuxedo stripe on the side. Wow, this is actually a pretty detailed doll. Oh, his shirt actually has like a band to hold it into his pants. That's actually really nice. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to check the articulation. I didn't think he was gonna have like full like double jointed knees or anything, but he does have the single jointed hinged knee. His knees are very loose. Like the joints on this doll are very, very loose. That's not super surprising though, considering the age of the doll. It seems like his legs are like strung together with elastic actually. He does not have wrist articulation, but he does have the elbow and the shoulder articulation. He does have like a twist at the waist. His legs are really loose. I think it's because they're held on with elastic. So the elastic has definitely aged over time. His shoulders are in there with just the regular plastic joints though. I think the biggest thing that's weird about this doll is his hair. His hair is a choice. It is rooted, but it's so short and then it's cut into this style. I'm really tempted to like customize this doll. I kind of like him as is, but there's something about the way his hair is. I don't know about him. His face does feel a little sticky, but also part of the reason I wanted him is because his face is so unique. I've never seen this face mold in another Ken doll, so I don't know what this face mold is, honestly. His ankles are not articulated, so good thing there's a lot of room in his pants. Because that's part of the difficulty with a foot that doesn't have an articulated ankle is very hard to put pants on. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? Hold on. I'm really curious to see how this is gonna look. This might look really stupid. I love a suit. I love suits. When I used to do costuming, I used to hate making suits because they're very difficult to make. They're like very complicated. There's a lot of stitching that goes into it, but there's something so rewarding about designing a suit and like making a suit. It's very cool. The jacket, by the way, is fully lined, which is actually really nice. It has this little like flower on the lapel and everything. Very nice, very nice. The pants are also lined. There's actually a lining in the pants. That's so wild. Like they're fully lined like down to the foot. It's like getting stuck on his toe. It smells. It smells really weird. It just smells like your grandma's attic. Like that's what it's giving me. Like it just smells like musty and old. I'm sure over time that smell will probably come out of these clothes. I'm hoping. Like I'm hoping that that's not gonna linger forever because it is kind of rough, honestly. It's a lot smellier than I'd care for it to be right now. Certain eras of certain Barbie and Ken shoes don't fit other eras, and I don't know them off the top of my head, so this was a bit of a gamble, just assuming that his shoes would fit, but it looks like they do. The pants are a little goofy. Like the pants are so dated. Like the pants feel so dated. The whole outfit is like very like, it's a little oversized, it's a little clunky, but that was very much the style in like the 90s to the early 2000s. So like it's kind of working, honestly. Like look at him. He looks so handsome. Oh my God. The pants are a lot. The shoes fit like perfectly on these feet. I think he wears it a little bit better. I don't really have another outfit to put on this Ken doll though, and I do really like this face sculpt as well. That's why I actually bought this doll originally. The face sculpt is just so different from what we usually see on Kens nowadays. So it was kind of hard for me to resist him because like I said, I got him for like less than 30 bucks. He's so loose. He's so loose. Some bones are knocking together. It's so interesting to compare the way that like Ken dolls have evolved over the years. It's so interesting. Oh, I will redress him, but like for right now, I think I'm actually take some pictures of this Ken in this suit before I put it back on the other one. Oh, the smell though. Oh, the smell. It's really getting to me. If you do like this kind of content, please like, comment, subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. And I really appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.